So for me, so far, I can only speak English and a little bit of Spanish, poquito poquito. Think I can speak Tagalog a little bit. No, I only know how to say thank you. So if you really love traveling, this could be an added advantage because it comes out for free. I mean, the company is giving you free travel. Like you sleep in this country, then you wake up in a different country. You know, it's so interesting. Actually, the most interesting part of my job is traveling, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity because you move continent to continent all through your entire contract. You get to see the world every morning, you get to see different culture, you get to see different things every day. So I just thought of encouraging someone because a lot of people have been writing to me that they have applied for these jobs, they didn't get to any response. They've been applying for jobs for many years, and this is why I'm sharing my experience with you out there. For you who has not boarded yet, for you who is hoping to join a cruise ship, and for you who is hoping to cruise one day. This is why I'm sharing my experience because before I joined the ship, I was super curious about the happenings on board a ship. Hello world, welcome aboard. My name is Grace and my channel's name is Grace on Board. So today we are at sea. Today is a sea day. It's the first sea day of this cruise. So we are having a 10-day cruise around the Caribbean all the way back to Miami. So in today's topic, we're gonna talk about why I decided to work for a cruise ship. So I'm gonna tell you why I decided to go outside my country indeed to work for a cruise ship. Before I joined the cruise ship, I was working in a hospitality industry in a 5-star hotel back in my country, and in this particular hotel, actually this is where I started my hospitality journey. It was actually my first job. That is where I landed my first job, and I was so lucky because I was so young. I had just finished high school, and then my friend shared with me the opportunity to apply the job in the 5-star hotel, and that's when we got hired, and I worked for that hotel for 5 years. Yeah, this is where my hospitality journey began, and I'm so grateful for that hotel because molded and nurtured and trained me, did the best in my life because this is where everything started. So my hospitality industry began all the way from 2013, and then 5 years later I had to change. I would say in this first job of mine in the hospitality industry in the hotel back in Kenya, this is where I developed the hospitality passion. So I was so passionate about my job. I loved it. In my country, after high school, you get to go to the other level, which is college or university, or maybe you look for a job. So I was in this category of looking for a job, and this is when I landed this kind of job. So I really loved what I do, and like I said, I developed so much passion in hospitality industry. So after that, I left and I tried other departments of other line of careers. We're gonna talk about them later. So the reason why, the first reason why I joined the cruise ship is because I have always wanted to try hospitality industry in a different platform, because I thought I've tried this hospitality job on land, so why don't I try it on a floating hotel, like on a cruise ship? Definitely it's a floating hotel. And I was so curious what happens on board a ship until I joined the ship. And this is why I'm sharing my experience with you out there. For you who has not boarded yet, for you who is hoping to join a cruise ship, and for you who is hoping to cruise one day. This is why I'm sharing my experience because before I joined the ship, I was super curious about the happening on board a ship. So like I said, one of the reasons was passion. I wanted to taste hospitality in a different platform, and this is it, and it is interesting. It is amazing. I'm loving it every day. Yeah. And so number one is passion, we said. Yes. And number two is gonna be travel. Of course, I love traveling. And also when I was working in the hotel industry, I used to travel across the world as well because for my vacations. And I thought I would do, in addition, more and more countries, probably to cover the countries that I was not able to cover. So if you really love traveling, this could be an added advantage because it comes out for free. I mean, the company is giving you free travel. Like, you sleep in this country, then you wake up in a different country, you know. It's so interesting. Actually, the most interesting part of my job is traveling, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity because you move continent to continent all through your entire contract. I remember, like, my previous contract, I think we covered about 3 continents, almost 3 continents. That was South America and Europe, and the other one was partially Africa, around Morocco. So you can imagine how many countries you've covered between 7 or 6 months, depending on the length of your contract. The most interesting part of my job is, like, you get to travel. You travel a lot and I really appreciate for that. You get to see the world every morning, you get to see different culture, you get to see different things every day. So that is included in my reasons why I decided to work for a cruise ship. And the other reason is, definitely everybody's waiting for this, is the remuneration. The salary on cruise ship and on land can never ever be compared. So of course we all run for greener pastures. We all want to run for greener pastures. So of course you need good money, you need to work hard for it. I'm not going to talk about that so much because we know how much do you earn. No, I'm not going to share that part now, maybe for next time. And the other reason why I decided to work for cruise ship will be to get enough experience. You know, how does it feel like to work with different cultures every day? I mean, meeting new faces after 10 days, after 4 days, you know. I told you, like, ship life is really busy. It's really busy. You're gonna meet up new faces every morning, new faces of crew members after every cruise, and new faces of people who are cruising. And it's so amazing because you get to interact and you get to learn a lot from each other. It's so amazing. And however, you could also learn some languages. If you want to be more than a bilingual, you can also learn so many languages inside the ship. So for me, so far, I can only speak English and a little bit of Spanish, poquito. Think I can speak Tagalog a little bit. No, I only know how to say thank you. I think that I'm gonna do a content on that. I only know how to say thank you in Tagalog. Tagalog is a language spoken in Philippines, and I'm still learning. I'm still trying to learn. By the end of my contract, I wanna learn at least a word or two in at least 15 different languages that are spoken on board a ship. So it's really amazing. We get to interact with different people. We get to share ideas. We get to share our culture. And it's just an amazing job for me. I am grateful to God for this opportunity, and you should not lose hope. So the other reason why I decided to work for a cruise ship is because I had given up. Yes, you might be wondering why. I had given up on applying jobs here, there, and nothing was given in. And so I remember one day I checked on my mailbox, I checked on my emails, and I mean, all the I had so many sent emails than the inbox, you know, because that means there was no response to any kind of job that I was applying. And one day I sat to God and I said to God, I have applied for many jobs and there is no response yet. Thoughts are not my thoughts, because for me, I'm thinking that I could get a job in one of these jobs that I'm applying. That this was before I got the cruise ship job. Oh, I didn't even know that I'll get a cruise ship job. By this time I'm applying. So I told God, you know why I'm not getting these jobs. You have the reason, and I know you have a better plan for me. So I never struggled. I said to myself, whatever is beyond my control, I leave it to God, because I can never I can never control it. And I left it to him. And I used to tell God every morning, God, when you speak, everyone hears. Speak to anyone that I've applied my job to. I mean, I was telling God, every day, remember me. So God had another plan for me, and this is the reason why you should never ever give up on anything. This is why you should not ever give up on anything, because we want God to do this for us, and He has a plan. He has a plan about this certain issue that you're struggling with. I would say patience, perseverance should be the key in any situation. Just be expectant. You know what I mean? Expect God's blessings in your life and have faith. Pray, keep praying, do not give up. I know a lot of people have been applying for these cruise ship jobs, but I'll tell you something about these cruise ship jobs. You need to pack your patience with you, because it's a long process and they're hiring like 1 million people every day globally. So I don't think you'll be the only person they're dealing with, but you'll be a lot of people. And then the documentation process may take a while, so don't get frustrated along the way. Just stay positive, be optimistic. That's what I mean. Do not give up on any situation. Do not allow yourself to give up, and with no time you'll find yourself on board. So this process of mine, I always say it's a testimony that I could share to anyone who is looking forward, working on board a ship, or somebody who is looking forward, who is expecting something but seems not to turn out. Just trust in God, and nothing is impossible with Him. All things are possible, and He's gonna make it happen for you. You know, sometimes when I ask God for something and I see like it's not really happening, when I'm almost giving up, is when it happens. And then I have to tell God, forgive me for giving up. You know, we should not allow ourselves to give up at any moment, because He says He'll do it and nothing can change. So, I can preach. So, I just thought of encouraging someone, because a lot of people have been writing to me that they have applied for these jobs, they didn't get to any response. They've been applying for jobs for many years. If I would show you my inbox for last year but one, oh my, believe me, you would not believe it. So just be patient, just pray about it and put everything in prayer, and all will be well. All will be well. Do not worry. And I'm glad that I've shared why I decided to work for a cruise ship. And like I said in one of my videos, that I had just closed my business, so everything was, you can imagine seeing your stock in the morning, every morning in your house. They're not in use. You cannot use them because you don't have a place to start again your business, and you're not even thinking of starting a business again because you just closed it due to loss, you know. So it's not easy for anyone who is trying to apply a job. All you need is patience, faith, and trust in God. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I really needed this job because I was jobless as well. I was jobless. So I needed to do something for myself, and I had gotten tired of applying and until this job came through. And so I'm on break actually. I am on break right now, and I'll be jumping to my bed right now after this. But I thought I should share this with you. So this is what happens when you're on board. If it is sea day on break, you'll find mostly people are sleeping or hanging out with friends. So for my sea day, I think I sleep. You need to sleep because you work for long hours. So during your break, you'll find that most people are taking rest to prepare for the next evening shift. Yes, so that will be it for today. I hope you've learned something, one or two, and thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let me know where you're watching my video from. Let me know how you found out about my YouTube channel. I'll be glad to see these comments on my comment section. Let me know if you have any questions. Drop them on my comment section, and I'll be glad to answer you. Thank you so much once again. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Turn on the notification bell, please, for more updates. Stay safe. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.